What's something that makes you instantly untrust someone? I know it might sound like a pyramid scheme, but it's totally not. Apostrophe. It's this new thing called multi-level marketing, and it's completely legal. I had a co-worker W. Holler told constantly one-up someone's street story. All his stories seemed really unlikely or exaggerated. Ted. He also lied about having a daughter, which was really weird. I had a friend W. Harlot married a dude W. Harlot legit lied about being. His pregnant wife and stepdaughter died in a car crash, and he spent his time hanging with us. Between the two of us, we had 3 little girls. BC we brought him comfort. Thought. His lie blew up when the wife, W. Harloth had never been pregnant, contacted my now ex. Read. It was a huge mess. We had a woman at work like that. She was basically about to get fired and broke down in tears saying her son had died in a car crash and she had to sort out the funeral. So she was given some time off and came back to work a week or so later. Until again her behavior led to her being pulled to one side to be spoken to, and again she broke down and told us another son had died, also in a car crash. A few weeks after this, we finally let her go. She had been taking down customer phone numbers and then sending them saucy text messages outside of work. While she had worked with us, there was lots of odd behavior. She kept bringing in boxes of chocolates and expensive tin biscuit selections as gifts for people, saying that a friend worked for Cadbury's and she got them cheap, but they were often other brands. A young lady working with us lost her baby and she was her shoulder to cry on, telling her she'd had the same experience. Some months after she'd been let go, the young lady who'd lost her baby was at the hairdresser's and talking about this, to be told that this woman had also worked there and they had exactly the same experience, with her claiming that sons had died in car crashes and she needed time off. I often wonder whatever happened to her. She was a woman in her 50s. W. Harlot wore black rubber miniskirts and crop tops to work and was frighteningly flirty with all the men. When you confide a secret to someone and that information gets spread out in less than an hour, you just described 90% of high schoolers. Exactly. Children will roll on you as quick as you can say ride or die. When they for some reason can't own up to their mistakes, there's just something about it that knocks my trust off of that person. Yes, an inability to own your sugar correlates with my inability to respect or enjoy your company. When they talk more than they listen, sure signs they're more concerned with themselves than they are you. All transmit and no receive. This exactly. When in talking, and I can already see the other person's wheels spinning because they're already thinking of what they're going to say next, it's a red flag. I nope away from them as soon as possible. You are going to get thrown under a bus. They're always the victim. Absolutely. Plus, this also means they most likely don't take responsibility for their actions. Repeatedly violating boundaries, even very small ones. If you're clear that you don't want them to do something and they do it anyway because it's not a big deal, you're gonna be in for a bad time in the long run. Agreed. Violating boundaries by accident happens. Doing it on purpose means they're trying to get control over you. Oh, that's not what I said. You must have misheard or misunderstood me. When you know they said exactly that, that's gaslighting. Run for the hills. The flip side. In conversation they would tell him saying something completely different or inferring meanings to my words. I would try to explain what I meant and they would apply their own meaning to it. Eventually I would get exhausted and just say, this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I mean. And I'm not sure what I need to say for you to hear me. Makes eye contact when meeting my wife. Avoids eye contact shaking my hand. Like some people here, I'm really bad with eye contact. And strangely, despite being a big tall dude, I've always been way more comfortable around women. So now I'm worried that I've sent the wrong message to too many couples. I'm also a tall dude and have had problems with eye contact. Looking back, I've definitely sent the wrong message to more than a few people, but it was a fine price to pay in learning how my unintentional behavior affects people around me. Giving away too much personal information after just meeting them and being way too friendly too soon. Ouch. I tend to distrust anyone who's over complimentary or flattering, especially in areas I'm certain don't warrant it. I have a friend W. Harlot does this simply because she had a pretty traumatic childhood and never got complimented or any real positive attention, so when she likes you, she heaps it on. It's just very important to her to make a huge positive deal of things out of respect and kindness to the person. Son, I'm kinda the same. Abusive parents made me feel this desperate need to keep everyone around me happy. I've gotten a bit better with age, but I still find myself hyper-aware of other people's moods. Basically always ready for any situation to turn violent. Describing themselves as genuine on their dating profile. I'm not like other guys/girls. Like, okay, thanks for telling me that. Like if I see a person dirt talking somebody then turn around and like best friends with them, I don't trust you, because like you could do the same to me and that's a bad quality to have. Someone W. Harlot says I'm a honest pairs. Trust me, I'm an honest person. I only lie when I have something to gain from it, or if I don't want to tell the truth. But that like never happens. Well, except for those times that it did, but those were unusual circumstances that most definitely don't happen all the time. As someone W. Harlot works with technology, I can always pick out the liar salesman when the engineer on the same call contradicts him. Me, so can the application run on Linux? Nux. Engineer on the call, currently no, but, T. Sales guy, yes, we support Linux and Windows. Else, if they mention chemtrails, Iran anti-vax, Arcananas, or say MSM as fake news, belief in any conspiracy theory, that doesn't make it through the basic reasoning filters. Facial tattoos. It's obvious that they're not good at making lifetime decisions. I heard never trust someone with a neck tattoo. Guy I knew got his girlfriend's name tattooed on his neck. Guess what happened? When they withdraw from sharing full information about things purposely, say one thing here and something else there. This happens rather often to me. Sometimes people bring up gaming, and I myself like to game. Sometimes the conversation goes to the hat FO you play. As a side note, I play some unpopular games not many people play. I can't add up how many people try to start telling me about a game I'm a founding member of, played since alpha or explosive beta, and they believe they know more about it than me, and proceed to show they know nothing about the game. Hearing someone brag about how they beat people/companies out of stuff via unethical or illegal means. Example, knew a guy W. Harlot liked to talk about how he would shoplift and steal from other peer. Pleb, caught him going through my dresser drawers. I'm bisexual and, even though I'm gender fluid, people usually assume I'm a woman. Anyway, I always get suspicious of people W. Harlot said, and get really quiet or awkward when I mentioned my ex-girlfriend. Especially if they were being super fucking friendly when I was discussing my ex-boyfriends. NDS. Someone who's really suspicious of other people's intentions and assumes the worst about other people. Like being really suspicious that other people might steal, or lie, or cheat, and so on. More than regular cautiousness. Being preoccupied with type of thing. I don't know why, but that always sends up a red flag for me. Like, why would their mind constantly be going there? Sometimes I think they suspect others might get up to the same type of thing that tempts them. When they minimize your actual concerns for their trivial ones. Actual conversation with my dad had a stroke and is now in an LTC facility. My best friend's dad died and another friend's son got hit by a train. Survived all of the above since August. I will be so happy when this year is over. This year has been hard for everyone. We couldn't go to our cottage for the summer. Destroyed a friendship. My best friend told me 3 stories about things she had witnessed with my family members. Very intimate and confidential information in these stories she claimed to be privy to. Came to find out they were all fairy tales she made up. Wish I'd wasted less time with this liar. After that, it was impossible to believe anything I'd ever heard from her. They tell me bad things about a person I have never met when I may have the opportunity to do so, especially when it's something very mundane and seems more like it's to spread distrust more than anything. Finding out that they cheated on someone. It's a deal breaker, even if it happened 20 years ago. When someone tells things about you to others, like if a sibling or a parent died when you were young, so you barely have memories of them. You tell this a friend and he/she tells it others. It's not a big deal to you cause you don't remember the person, but it's still noon's business. I know it's not that special, but don't think the person wouldn't tell huge secrets to others. I had a friend who literally couldn't keep things to herself. A boy in my religion class is gay, and it's pretty obvious that almost noon, except his closest friends knows about it. She told it a friend. And Harlot also can't keep his mouth shut. Harlot told it to me and like 2 other pairs. Russens. And we are definitely not his closest friends. And I just feel so bad for this dude. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.